The time has come, guys. A day we thought would come much earlier. Today we're taking the Honda Civic to the RDW to get it inspected. I'm intrigued to see how this unfolds. I'll bring you with me. Hopefully I can film some of it. I know they're strict on the premises and don't really want cameras there, but before we go, I want to tell a little story. About 8 months ago, I thought this project would succeed much earlier. As you know, we work on a project for about 2 months, sometimes 1 month, sometimes 3 months. But this project was different. That came about because of 2 things. One, we have never worked on, never participated in undercarriage and chassis damage. And we actually underestimated how difficult it is to align such a car. And number 2, where we really miscalculated is actually the parts. We had made a quote for this car. The problem with that was that all the parts together were as much as about 18,000 euros at the dealer for a Type R. We thought that this actually had a lot of parts in common with this simple Civic. But that's not the case. I just took a mega thick test drive and the car drives phenomenally well. As you know, we also aligned the car. Yes, I have alignment reports with me in case they ask for them afterwards. I'm curious what the RDW has to say about it. How we performed our work. Because I know this car is going to be put on a bench. That's why we were not allowed to mount our underplates. Because with a certain system, they are going to measure the bottom of the chassis to see if it's not bent. Of course, we need to check if this car is vlog-proof. Well, it certainly is here. A fun fact, I know you guys love facts. Yes, I actually couldn't get this car insured secretly, I think, because it has a walk notification and no Algemeen periodica curing. I tried 5 parties to insure the car, and one of the most expensive ones accepted the insurance, despite all this going on, of course. And apart from that, the fact is, here it comes. On the tax authority's website, this car needs a Ministry of Transport test. Then it doesn't need to be unsuspended, but it does need to be insured, or a walk notification. Then you can also drive with a suspended car. If you are flashed on the day by one of the cameras on the road, a tax camera, then you just have to send your appointment of the inspection, and then the fine is waived. So yes, this is a nice fact. You can therefore go on the public road with your suspended car. He must, however, be insured. If this succeeds today, then we will go straight to the Ministry of Transport test. We will fix the last little thing on this car. That's the air conditioning that needs to be filled, and then it's officially done. If it doesn't pass the inspection, then we're really in trouble. Then I also don't know what else we need to do. But I can't imagine it, because our subframe is securely attached. We've measured everything 100 times over. So, we're just going to the RDW now. I know you guys are also excited. We've already had a lot of inquiries about this car. What we're going to do with it. You've seen that we've put in a full 100% to recover as best as possible. The time has finally come. I'm taking you with me. I need to line up for door 1. I paid euro 137 for the inspection and will be picked up soon. I'm not sure if filming is allowed here, but I'm excited as we'll be going inside soon. This is the moment we've been working towards for 8 months. The car is going for inspection soon. Hopefully it gets approved. Fingers crossed. I'm definitely not allowed to film inside. As soon as I'm done, I'll take you with me, and then I'll tell you the outcome. Let's go. While I'm waiting outside, I just want to show you that we don't have any error messages. And there's also just a standard needle sweep in it. That's hilarious. Check the counter. Enable contact. Does. Well, here we are about an hour and a quarter later, and the car has been rejected. Guys, things aren't going well with our RDW inspections. This car was rejected on 4 points. That 4th one, I was actually able to just let it lapse. That was actually due to explanation. Explanation of this car is good. We know that. We had it explained at our regular partner. From our channel, Peeled Tires. We knew he was already having trouble in the system, selecting the right vehicle. The FK2 of the Honda, I just saw the inspector at RDW, making it difficult with regard to vehicle selection, discussing with colleagues. So I walked over, I say, can you find the right vehicle? In the system, they had found a FL Honda, an FN Honda, but not the FK series. Because he couldn't find the right car in the system, they couldn't read the correct values of the car. So actually my wheel alignment and my tracking were completely off, he said. I had shown my inspection report, which of course I had with me from Vervelde. They approved the car on explanation. In addition, we don't have the headlight height set correctly, so that's something I just have to adjust at the garage. That's material I don't have, tools I don't have to adjust the headlight height with. On the other hand, we know they are at the same height as we have adjusted that. And the last thing, there is no locking nut on the right front steering ball joint. There is a normal nut on it and there should be a locking nut on it. I never thought there would be such a tough inspection. Of course, all the points they mentioned make perfect sense. We have to deal with that. I never thought beforehand that the car would be put through such a sieve. We had a plate check on a shake bench, brake test bench. All doors have been opened to check the hinges. Yes, it all sounds quite logical. That must also be the case if you import a damaged car or at least want to put the damaged car back on normal license plate. That must also just happen. But yes, I had not thought that it would be such a heavy inspection and in addition a stupidity from us that we did not remove all the bottom plates. We removed the bottom plate under the engine because we thought that was what it was about. They also indicated on RDW remove the bottom plate. Be prepared for that. You remove all the bottom plates from the car if you offer it for inspection. If the walk notification has to be removed because now they still can't measure it. Next Monday at 8 o'clock I'll be at RDW again to have the car checked for the last points. That's another €55 inspection. We'll resolve all the issues now to pass the inspection on Monday. We can really enjoy this car. I just drove by our old Ministry of Transport test inspection station to adjust our headlight height. This is such a device. We don't have this in our own workshop, but we just adjusted the headlight together with the mechanic here, who always does the MOTs. And he told us that the headlight height should actually be between 2.5 and 0.5. The headlight height is set to 2, which is perfect. It's not visible on camera. The other side, yeah, it's just completely equal. So this is resolved. It's time to drive to the workshop, remove the bottom plates, and return for the inspection on Monday. Let's go. We're under the car. As you know, we had to remove the bottom plates. We thought it was actually about the engine's bottom plates. If it says to remove the bottom plates, then you just have to go for it and remove all the bottom plates. So they regularly experience people making this mistake. He said right away that you must return because there is far too much bottom plating. Well, if he had told me to take everything off, I would have taken everything off. And he also told me that I have to remove the diffuser plate as well, because otherwise they can't perform a measurement. They are going to measure the entire car from the front to the back. And from there, it will have to show whether the car has been repaired correctly. He said that it all looked good at the front. I do have a good feeling about it, but I thought the same yesterday, that I was going there and that it was going to work out. We are going to remove all these bottom plates in any case. There are 10 bolts, a significant quantity. And once we've done that, yes, then we still have to replace a nut from the steering ball. That's this one that's on here. That's not a locking nut, and that is mandatory. Yes, guys, it's 7:05 and we're going to the RDW, guys. It's still dark outside, but we're going to try our luck again. Because as you guys know, the Honda was rejected last time, and hopefully we have better news today. Lani has addressed the points that actually still needed to be addressed. Today is a new round, new opportunities. I'm excited. It's pretty early though, because the most important thing is going to happen today. Yes. The entire walk alert revolves around the measurement they couldn't do last time. We need to confirm if we did it correctly this time. Has the car been repaired skillfully enough? Has it been repaired well enough? Because that's what it's all about today, and we couldn't do that last time, so they're going to put it on a bench today. Then they'll use their fingers to check if it's correct. That's still a tense moment. Look, of course it's just been professionally repaired. You've seen that in the episodes. However, even with the alignment, they didn't have the right car in their system. So I'm just curious if they have the right car in their system this time. Because if they don't have such a car in their system, Yes, how are they going to do that? Do we then have to go to Lelystad to get that car fully reapproved for use on public roads? Because it's not a common C63 or something. No, a Golf, you can tell by everything, by the parts, by the alignment of the car. So we've literally just arrived at the RDW, all the lights are still off, we're way too early, it's 7:05, and we don't want to miss it. Imagine getting caught in rush hour on a Monday morning and running late. It's always better to be too early than too late. We had to be there at 8 o'clock and... Yes. I'll update you on the outcome. Oh my god, this is unbelievable and has taken so long. Sweaty armpits. As you can see, we're only just leaving now. Guys, how long have we been inside? An hour and a half or so, right? Again, right? Again.
And again.
The problem we already thought. This vehicle is not in their system. And that is quite a thing. Because of this, she apparently had to have another vehicle first. What have they done in the end? Well, yes, I knew that they would have problems with vehicle selection because they did not have the right vehicle in the system when aligning. So I walked back to it again, selected that FK2. I say, well, you can't do a chassis measurement on that because it's a completely different car. So what did that boy do? He called the company that does the chassis measurement device. They sent the right car to him. So he had to download the car, so he has the value in his own system. They have not had this car before. No, because they also used our alignment report, right? Because they didn't have the system. Yes, they didn't. They had not the right car for aligning. But they were seriously behind in terms of time. Yes, they spent an hour and a half with the boy continuously taking measurements. At the end, that guy says, the right front chassis beam hasn't been repaired properly, he says. Yes. She said jokes. I thought about how it was deliberately pulled well. Seriously though. But the car has been approved, incredibly happy. We are now going to remove the suspension and offer this car for Ministry of Transport test inspection because they couldn't immediately do a Ministry of Transport test inspection. A seatbelt. This car has been checked on 100 points from the bottom, and that means that all our repairs have been successful and well executed. Indeed, spent 2.5 hours looking at this car to completely check it. Then you just know that if a car has a walk notification and that walk is off, you're actually buying a reasonably good car because otherwise it would never get through that walk notification. You've recently undergone a comprehensive technical inspection, including brakes and everything else. It was still quite thrilling, guys. Today was another noteworthy day. The RDW inspector made us stress a bit, asking about the right front chassis beam being skewed. Then he joked, saying the car was well repaired after examining it for 2.5 hours. And it still doesn't have an Algemene periodique occurring, because if you go for a walk notification, they don't inspect Algemene periodique occurring, and that's still a while. Yes, we have to wait 5 days until the walk notification is removed, and then we can take it for the Algemene periodique occurring. With all this said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this project. We certainly did. And don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up, just a like, if you've made it this far in the episode, because that supports our algorithm. Share your thoughts in the comments. It'll be available for purchase soon. Message us on Instagram at twins.tv_ if interested. See you in the next episode. We won't be going with Type R. We'll end on this cliffhanger. See you next time. Ciao.